I didn't come to the UK expecting perfection. I knew there would be paperwork, adjustments and challenges. But what I didn't expect was how quickly I would feel the weight of a system that doesn't slow down for anyone. A system that doesn't argue with you. A system that doesn't bend because of your story, but simply follows its rules, no matter what you're going through. The truth is that nobody really prepared me for that feeling. Not the videos I watched, not the stories I heard, not even my own experience as someone who thought he understood how institutions work. Because in the UK, it is not always about what you know. It's about what the system already decided. I had a very structured mindset. As a journalist, my entire career has been built on asking questions, verification, and understanding processes. So I thought I was prepared. I assumed that if I followed the rules properly, everything would be all right. But I quickly hit the classic British catch-22, a paradox they don't warn you about. You need a job to get a house, but you can't get a house without a bank account. And you can't open a bank account without a proof of address, which you can't get because you don't have a house or a job yet. The system assumes you're already existing within it before your arrival. It was my first introduction to structure without flexibility. The first shock I had, a personal experience. The first real shock didn't come as a dramatic event. It came through something that looked small, infinitesimal at the time. I had prepared a very important bureaucratic submission, double-checked everything and sent it. After a while, I received a response that stopped me in my tracks. It wasn't emotional. It was just a simple cold text. Incomplete submission. There was no long explanation, no negotiation, and no discussion. Just a clear, sterile instruction that something was missing. Back home, if a system is stuck, you can talk to a human being, you can plead, explain, and find a workaround. But in the UK, the system is a ghost. You don't get shouted at. You only get a polite, automated silence. It is a culture where the word no is often wrapped in a polite apology email, but it remains an absolute, unyielding no. Going back through my documents, I realized I hadn't misunderstood the task, but I misunderstood the precision required. It wasn't about my effort or my intention. It was about exact compliance. Documentation speaks louder than explanation, than the emotional impact. It is the background anxiety that one small oversight can set you back days, weeks, or make you spend some pounds you never planned. Even as a journalist trained to analyze dense information, I found myself second-guessing every click. My ability to articulate or explain my context didn't matter at all. The checkbox mattered. The system doesn't rush. It also doesn't wait for anyone. Instead of fighting the system mentally, I started studying it like a beat reporter. And I began to see the patterns. I realized that the UK system rewards three specific things: accuracy over emotion, preparation over improvisation, patience over urgency. It is completely immune to pressure. It doesn't care how desperate your situation is. It is designed to respond solely to correctness, whether you like the rigidity or not. It is entirely consistent, and consistency creates predictability. That was the ultimate turning point for me. They call lessons this time around. Lesson 1. The system does not bend for urgency. If a document or a process is required, it is required. Your personal timeline, your expiring contract, or your stress levels will not change that. You must plan for the system's timeline, not yours. Lesson 2. Assumption is very dangerous. Never assume you understand a requirement just because it makes common sense. Confirm everything. Go through official guidance notes and follow them to the letter. Lesson 3. Your mindset must adapt before your situation does. Many people struggle here in the UK not because they lack qualifications, but because they are still operating mentally from a different country. They are in the UK, but their minds are still in Africa, are still in Asia, are still in India. Many of us come from places where life is unpredictable, where human connections can bypass the rules. But in the UK, life is very predictable, and the rules clearly bypass human connections. Yeah, structure will always feel like pressure once you're not prepared for it. In conclusion, when I say the UK system shocked me, I don't mean it in a purely negative way. I mean it as a profound realization. It was a moment my expectations finally met a reality that didn't negotiate. Over time, I had to learn to adapt. Not by fighting the machine, but by understanding its mechanics. Maybe that is the real lesson for anyone planning to build a life in the UK. Please like, make comments, subscribe for the next story. I am aware that God is real.